This episode is brought to you by Audible. For a free audiobook with a 30-day trial membership, go to audible.com/getit or simply just text "get it" to the number 500-500.
I don't get it
podcast. Hey guys, welcome to the I Don't Get It podcast. We are so excited about our Facebook page because we feel so interactive with you. We feel like you guys really love us. It makes us like really want to work.
That's like what I'm now on when I'm on my phone. I'm usually like looking at what the group's saying.
I know. I'm always liking stuff. I love when people tag me in topics and they'll be like, right, Naz, what do you think about this?
Yeah,
I feel so cool.
If you'd like my expertise.
I love it because there's so many people from so many different places.
I know, we got a lot of foreigners.
Also, I didn't realize how many international people listen to the podcast.
Yeah, people from Australia.
People from Japan, people from Portugal, people from Denmark. We have like mad fans in Denmark.
But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to start out by saying like it's been really fun because it makes us realize why we do the podcast, and it makes us feel awesome that you guys relate to us.
It makes me feel less stupid for the things we say because you guys actually like it.
Yeah, it like makes us feel like we're doing something it's everything we do here is pretty darn fluffy, but like sometimes you need fluff on your life because I think actually because it comes across as fluffy, it isn't necessarily because we're resonating strongly with girls out there and making you guys feel more normal.
What's funny is I actually don't think we're fluffy. I just think we're like open and honest and to the point, but I think we have experts and people come on and I don't know. I feel like we contribute
when we do
some
stuff
good
like
info.
that, I think we definitely are contributing.
Yeah, I'm like, I think like sometimes I would listen to our own podcast and I'd be like, what are these people talking about? There's bigger problems in the world than like just finding a boyfriend, you know? But then I was literally watching Queer Eye for the Straight Guy yesterday.
Wait, I started watching
or just Queer Eye.
It's amazing.
I'm watching it twice because it makes me so happy.
It's like Lauren's version of The Greatest Showman.
It's my version of The Greatest Showman, and like this is us combined, honestly.
No, honestly, I didn't realize how amazing
it was.
But
anyways, what one guy said, he was like, the common thread between every human is the need to be loved. So I'm just like, that is the bottom line of everything. So like, it isn't just fluff. It's like human nature.
Yeah. I always thought that's why we watch The Bachelor and we have the meet cute stories and heartbroken because love is so universal. Yeah. But it was funny because someone wrote in a post saying that they like it way better when we ramble as opposed to like having topics.
And I think I like half and half. I feel like I like.
Yeah, I can't decide. Yeah. I do learn a lot from the experts, but then also we're funny.
But I also feel like people listen to the ones where we have like experts on way more.
Yeah,
right?
I feel like you guys in the Facebook group who are like really loyal listeners, you like the rambles, but as like the general population likes the real conversation.
Yeah, they're like, I don't give a fuck who Naz is dating.
Yeah, give me some information.
Yeah, informative ones.
Wait, I miss you guys though. I didn't see you all weekend.
I know, it's actually insane that I haven't seen you.
What'd you guys do this weekend?
Too much because
I don't remember what day is what day.
You know how I like to either keep Friday or Saturday as a total me day where I do basically nothing other than sit on the couch and eat Postmates. So this week I didn't get that, unfortunately.
What do you mean? I text you and you go, I'm getting a much needed facial massage right
now.
now.
That would be a perfect Saturday. But then I went home and I spent like 4 hours on my blog and responding to emails.
Oh yeah,
and then
you always respond to emails on the weekend.
I know.
Actually, it gets me so mad because my weeks are packed. And then I get an email from you on a Saturday or Sunday.
I'm sure that's very angry.
And it's like I'm
so
out
sorry.
living my life eating ice cream, you know, and then I get an email.
But then, like, I find myself just overloaded with emails, so I only respond to the immediate ones during the week, and then, like, the little ones that don't really matter. My OCD is getting so bad because I have to respond to everything right away, even DMs. It's really bad.
You gotta
I'm like
cool
right
it.
away.
Just cool it, man.
Yeah, you're fine. Chill out.
I don't know why I can't.
Nothing's immediate.
I got a DM like I guess a month ago, but I think about it now every time I post an Insta story. My ex's friend, who I've only met like one time, commented under one of like a selfie or something, and I said, I also love something. I said, like, I love when this happens. Yeah. And then he goes, you also love yourself, and I guess that's cool. And I'm like, excuse me, who the fuck are you? And like, if I do love myself, is this a problem?
Yeah, should you be
What?
loving
Should I be
yourself,
embarrassed
James?
that I like myself? And also, by the
No.
way, I hate myself. You
Don't
know?
you
So
know-
like, I don't know you, and you're saying this to me, and I think it's just insane.
You can't shame people for loving themselves. That's what like the ultimate goal in life is.
The ultimate goal is to love yourself, and I'm sorry that I bothered you with my selfie.
It's so
And Lauren,
annoying.
can you love yourself? Why do you hate yourself?
I think everyone kind of hates themselves
Yeah.
a little bit,
I
Ashley,
don't
deep
hate
down.
myself at all.
You really love yourself.
I
It's
know.
kind of crazy.
The normal person isn't obsessed with themselves.
The normal
Yeah, but
person's very
Lauren-
insecure.
Lauren, Naz, why don't you love yourselves completely?
I don't know what you got growing up that I didn't.
Well,
Because I feel like
we got
mine,
the same thing, and
because you
we're very
you
different.
guys actually had the same exact
Yeah.
parents,
It's totally psychological, biological.
and you grew up having like issues with acne and like.
And
No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
And you love yourself, and that's fucking incredible. Did you guys see the tweet? Someone tweeted Kim Carter. They were watching the episode of Keeping Up,
Self-obsessed one?
and they go, "Kim, I love you, but you're so self-absorbed or whatever."
Yeah,
and
she
she
goes,
tweeted
"I
them back, and she goes, "Yes, I am." Yeah,
it's amazing. Yes, she is. She
she's
says that.
fucking amazing.
Yes.
That is like
she
what
didn't
I
have a
aspire
selfie
to
book because
be.
she's not self-absorbed. You're not saying something revolutionary, people.
Yeah, could you imagine if she didn't say, yes, I'm self-absorbed,
no,
and
I'm
she had the
not.
selfie book?
Yeah.
But like, also, what's kind of wrong with being self-absorbed?
Well,
it's
it
wrong
only
when you're
matters
ignoring
when
other
you
people.
actually don't care about any other person's feelings.
Right. But like, it's great to be loving
It's
yourself.
it was
man.
just such an annoying DM, and I was like, typed out so many responses, and I just ended up deleting my selfie. He shamed me into deleting it, and I just didn't
You
respond.
deleted it, Lauren? That
Yes.
makes me sad. Guys, well,
sad.
speaking of DMs, you guys know I got my first random dick pic last
What?
week.
I didn't
Yeah.
know this.
Wait,
from a
I didn't
fan?
show it to you?
No.
you-
Ashley, I literally opened it and screamed. My neighbor came downstairs and goes, "Naz, are you okay?" Because I felt so
Your neighbor
violated.
came downstairs.
Yes, because I was like, "Ah!" I have to show it to you. I'm scrolling to get
Okay.
it.
It's a schlong.
A random, from a random. I've gotten ones from like, guys I've like made out with or hooked up with. I've never gotten like a random like dick pic. I was literally like, I fucking made it, man. I fucking made it. And he had no toilet. So it's like him like in the bathroom with his like schlong hanging out. And there's no toilet paper in the roll behind him. And I literally responded saying, "You're out of toilet paper, bro."
Oh my God, Naz,
you responded. This is it.
It's like not ugly, guys.
I wonder what his face looks like.
It's not good.
Oh, how do you know?
Well, his profile is private, but he's from Mexico. Actually, Puerto Vallarta, actually.
oh, really?
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Obviously never talked
He's
to him
got
ever
a good.
again
Like, that's
after
the
that.
kind of body I would enjoy.
Yeah,
Guys,
it's a nice body.
It's just so violating, though. It's like, it's something you don't ask for. I felt
Well,
like violated.
doesn't it say this has like an blurred image for a reason, and then
Yeah.
you unblurred it?
That is
girl.
true.
Well, yeah, duh. Who doesn't unblur it?
Well, they warned you, so it's not violating.
I don't
prepare
know.
yourself.
I
Yeah,
don't
you're
know.
right.
It's
Don't
so
be
weird.
a victim.
Ashley, you've never gotten a dick pic?
I don't look at my DMs, you know?
Can we, like, go through some of your DMs one day?
Okay. Should we do it right now?
Yeah,
Should
like,
we go through like 3 right now?
let's go through
They're
3
so
DMs
nice.
right
That's
now.
my
they're
problem
probably nice ones.
is the fact that they're so nice.
Well, I get a lot of nice ones, too, and then a
Yeah.
occasional dick pic.
And then you open it, and then you're like, gotta respond. To
I gotta respond, and then you just feel so
want
bad
you
if you
to
don't
read,
respond.
like-
but it would take me like it would be a second job. It'd be like a 7th job if I were to respond to DMs.
I know, it is one of my jobs.
I
Wait, do
try
you have, like,
to.
mean tweets? I'd rather do that. That's, like,
I
funnier.
don't have mean tweets. This is the most magical thing about the Winter Games is that I've gotten maybe 1 mean tweet since it started.
Now, this is something that is a really cool idea. You know, sometimes when you think, now that's something we need to do. Well, this is that special something. This cool service is called Legacy Box.
Totally. Me and Lauren have been getting all our old family pictures, VHSs, tapes together, and with the help of a Legacy Box, we were able to digitize all of it for safekeeping. Basically, you receive a box which includes a barcode of stickers to organize your items, and you load them up into the box. You use the prepaid shipping label to send the box back, and then within a few weeks, you have all your stuff available digitally on a hard drive or another cloud storage service.
Seriously, I can't wait to get your guys' tape back and watch it. The one we saw over
Cinderella,
Thanksgiving.
Snow White.
With the Snow White. Because, guys, there's this video of Ashley acting out Snow White and Lauren's like her puppet. And she would dress up Lauren and Lauren would do anything she said.
I like snap at her. I go, Lauren, go over there.
So this is definitely something that everyone should send to their parents, you guys, especially if you have a bunch of tapes at home that are just gold that you want digitized. It took care of a problem that I think hangs over everyone's head, and that's like how to keep memories safe. So I'm so excited to tell you guys about our offer with Legacy Box. So if you're looking for a way to digitally preserve your old photos and videos, check out Legacy Box. For a limited time, they're offering our listeners a huge discount. Go to legacybox.com/getit, that's GETIT, to get 40% off your first order.
Whoa.
Guys, it's huge. Save your time and memories. Go to legacybox.com/getit, GETIT, and save 40%. This is honestly one of the coolest services we've worked with. I'm so glad that I now have all my childhood pictures.
I feel safe.
Let's not have a This Is Us moment when you run in and have to get all the photo albums and VHSs and stuff. Just get one thumb drive maybe, and you can run out of the house.
Yeah, don't kill Milo Ventimiglia over your home videos. All right, guys, let's get back to the show. So, guys, we should probably address the elephant in the room, the reason why everyone tuned into today's episode, Ashley, before we read some
they're
DMs.
like, show up and
They're like, what
Kevin.
the fuck? Tell us. So, guys, obviously, there's a huge motherfucking announcement today on the podcast because
somehow I have a boyfriend.
Ashley's a boyfriend!
How crazy is that, you guys? Sorry about the secret that we've been keeping for 2 months.
Obviously, Lauren and I have known for a very, very long time now. It's been very hard. You know what? I kind of felt like Jordan Woods. You know,
Woods.
Like Kylie's best friend. He didn't tell anyone for 9 months that she was pregnant. I was like, I am the Jordan Woods of Ashley's relationship.
Oh, wow.
I kept a secret for this song, but I didn't make you a video.
I told a couple of people.
Yeah, your boyfriend's been really apparently he's been spreading rumors.
He has been spreading rumors.
Wait,
He's been telling too many people stuff.
Jack has been telling
excited.
people?
He likes Kevin. He's like, he's such a bro. He's just like a hometown boy, you know?
That's so Jack to say, hometown
That's so
boy.
cute. All right, Ash, well, obviously we've already talked about all this, but for the sake of our listeners and you guys, since you've been following Ashley's life for so long, what was it like seeing him for the first time on the show?
When I saw him for the first time, okay, so it has to start out with this. Dean and I had a pact going into Winter Games. We were like, hey, we're like best friends. Let's just go into this, give each other roses, because we thought the roses would be done standardly. You know, girl gives guy, guy gives girl, vice versa. But it wasn't like that, obviously. So our plan may have not, our pact probably would never have worked. And he started making out with Leslie like day 2, and I'm like, Dean, what the heck? I guess our pact's no longer existent. It's void. And then he's like, no, I'm still going to give you the rose. I was like,
so dumb.
I was like, no, you can't do that. And then he was like, oh.
Boys are so
anyway,
dumb.
But we didn't know what the rose ceremony was going to be like. So Dean always says that I was able to play hard to get with Kevin because I had the comfort of his rose for the first like 72 hours of Winter Games.
Like you weren't freaking out that you
like
weren't
I
gonna
didn't
get a
have to
rose.
like go get somebody's rose, so I could play everything calmly despite that crying scene you guys saw.
Wait, that makes sense because when Harrison broke the news that it was like voting, you like freaked out like because you're like, oh shit, I haven't tried.
So I was like, Dean, it's not going to work out like that. And plus, I have my eye on Kevin, even though he went on a date with Bibby, what was it, the night before? Yeah, the night before. I was like, I still feel like we have something. So what you missed, let me backtrack a little bit. Let me just take it back.
It's hard. Just so you guys
it's
know,
hard.
it's a hard combo because me and Lauren know all this already, but we're like asking for the
so
sake
I'm like
of like
trying
sharing.
to like repeat to you guys in a way that it makes the most sense. To answer Naz's initial question, when did I see him? When did he first catch my eye? It was at the parade. It was like the first time I saw him. And I was like, oh shit, that guy is so hot.
Did the other girls like him too?
I feel like he was definitely the hottest walking down. Like
He definitely was the hottest walking down.
Like every girl was like, oh my God, Canada.
Yeah.
Benoit's a fucking babe too.
He's adorable. He's understated adorable.
Why did you get that with that face, Ashley?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't call him a babe, but he's
am
adorable.
so attracted to Benoit.
That's
I think it's the
amazing.
I
accent.
really like his glasses.
He makes me want to take my pants off.
Oh my God. That's hysterical.
He's like cooking in the kitchen, and I just want to like throw spaghetti at his face.
He
and
sounds
make out with him.
like Lumiere sometimes.
Yeah, it's like Lumiere, like be our guest.
Yes.
Anyways, okay. So obviously you fucking died when you saw.
So
him.
yeah, when I saw him, I was like, "Oh crap!" I didn't expect to like anyone. Didn't want to be even attracted to someone. I just kind of wanted to cruise through 10 days with my friends. you know, I never thought a foreign guy would be on my radar. And then I was like, oh, Canada's like America, you know? Because, you guys, I know it sounds like really horrible, but like accents have never been my thing. Like, I just want an American man.
And
like,
that's okay. They're not your thing.
Yeah, but it's just because like I'm so entrenched in our American culture that I feel like the person needs to understand like everything that it is to be an American. And
that reminds me of when Nick and Vanessa were talking towards the end of next season. And she's like, would you ever move to Canada? Yeah. And he's like, no. And she's like, why? And he's like, because I love America.
Yeah, I love America.
Yeah, I know. And I like love that line from him. It was so honest. And then and patriotic. So
but we do love all other countries.
Of course. I just didn't know that I would like imagine myself with a guy from another country. And I was like, oh, I guess Canada's kind of like our, you know, brother to the north, right?
Right.
So yeah, I just thought he was super hot when I first saw him. And then there was this one moment. We were at the parade. Like, all I had done is, like, shook his hand and say, hey, I'm Ashley. But then...
Did you go up to him first? How was your meet cute?
The handshake was definitely not meet cute. It was like, oh, I have to go say hi to this Yeah, or hugged him or shook hands. Okay, I'm sure I hugged him. Okay.
But you went up to him first or he came up to you?
I don't remember. I think it was more
Ashley,
like a mutual
remember.
thing. No, that wasn't the point. That like wasn't the moment.
Okay, what was the moment?
I was just like, oh, I gotta go say hi to the hot guy now. I'm nervous. So that's why I was just like, hi, I'm Ashley. Bye. And like, he was the only guy's name I remembered.
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
Well, yeah, but I made an effort to. Don't distract me, you fucker.
Lauren just showed me a text.
I showed her a text.
Because I'm friends with Dwayne Wade. I'm definitely keeping that in the podcast. Yeah, and I ran into Dwayne and her boyfriend's jealous.
He was like, oh, is Dwayne Wade going to come out? Anyways.
Tell him Wade's
Anyway, so what happened was I went to go do an interview. So I was like off to the side, like on like a side street. And then he went to go do his interview next and we passed by each other. And you could just tell like in our eyes, you were like, oh.
Were you eye fucking?
Yeah, I was like a little bit of an eye fuck.
But then how did Bibi get into I guess she just...
So then this is what happened. And I'm telling you guys this story because you didn't get to see a lot of it on TV.
Tell us everything that we missed because there's so much empty
There's
space.
So much. And there were ABC only about 4 episodes.
So their initial intention, guys, was to do 6. And then before we even started filming, they decided to go down to 4. I think it's just like a risky show. And during the Olympics, they weren't sure how much to put into it.
Little did they know, everyone's obsessed.
Little did they know that people would definitely need, I think, the 2 episodes to make it 6 to really understand the storylines and the relationships. It's just unfortunate you guys didn't get to see it. But
also, shout out to my former boss, Bennett Graebner, who's a killer producer. And made an amazing show. I mean, it's hilarious and lovable. I could go on and on.
He is one of the most special people I've ever met. He wants to truly tell love stories, which I love. He doesn't care about the drama. He loves like that feeling of unity, and I feel like you guys got that from this show.
Mm-hmm. That's like probably a major point of the show.
Yeah.
Also, it's so hard. Like this must have been such a hard show to produce. Just from a producer's perspective, I'd like to like give my 2 cents. Like with international cast, people that don't speak English. Giving people a good amount of time on television, trying to tell everyone's story in a 2-hour span, like. It's a really hard thing to do, and they killed it. I was jealous I didn't work on it.
They did such a good job. And
Anyways.
It was one of the nicest experiences being on the show, just like as a cast member. You just felt really, really cared for. So I saw him and I thought he was hot. And then we get to the house, and I'm like being super clingy to Dean. I was like, Dean, you're my boyfriend for the next 10 days. Don't forget, because
you're scared of.
Because I was like, I don't want to talk to this Kevin guy. I don't need this.
Think he wouldn't like you. Like,
I don't need
your
this in my life. Yeah, I mean,
that's a good question, Lauren. It's like so sad. We always assume like we see someone that's like I don't know if you feel like this, Ash, because you're a little self-absorbed. But I'm always like, he'll never like me.
Yeah, it's like I'm not even gonna bother.
You're like that too.
I can be like that, and I think like because of the show is like why risk trying to talk to this guy and it not working out, and then like having the whole thing like redone again for the 4th time. Yeah. So it's like let's just cling on to like my best friend who like I know is gonna be my life forever.
Right. Can I say real quick? When you were freaking out about Kevin telling you that he liked you back, and you went in the kitchen and grabbed Dean's face.
The best. It was so good.
Guys,
I
was dying laughing because that's such a real life.
People
Ashley
thought you
moment.
were gonna go kiss him, and then you're like, he likes me.
I know that's what Ashley does. Is she grabs people's faces and she gets really excited. She goes, "I can't believe this is happening." That's such an Ashley I move.
Exactly.
I was dying.
Everyone probably did not know what was about to happen.
No, I know.
His face.
I know.
People should know you grab people's faces.
I do. Like when I get really excited.
Yeah, you grab faces.
Yeah.
That's your thing.
That's like
some people grab pussies. Ashley grabs faces.
Yeah, I'm about to express a lot of love and excitement if I grab your face. Some of my favorite moments are. I had a nice moment with all three of my guy friends going into the show. I had that one with Ben where I'm sitting there crying, and he totally understood what was going through my head, and nobody else got it. Then there was the moment where I was sitting with Luke, and we were watching Kevin talk to other girls, and we're dubbing over what we thought was going on in the conversation. And then there was the moment with Dean where I got to hold his face. So I'm just glad they all got shown. Anyway. So when we go into the house that night, everybody's mingling. I'm already oh God, what did I get myself into? I'm too old for this. I can't mingle like this till the wee hours of the morning.
I know, and if you don't, you're going to go home. So
Ashley's I can't get Postmates in Vermont.
I know. I'm it's just all alone time. But I could tell that Kevin was talking to Bibby a lot, and I was already this is, even if I wanted to attempt, it's probably too late, and it's already been a couple hours. But then I went over to him and I talked to him for 20, 30 minutes, and it was pretty easy conversation. But then when I got out of it, I was whew, that was done with. All right, you did it. I think you did it well, and we'll see what else happens. He can come to you next time, sort of thing. But you can tell that we were eyeballing each other the entire night. We should probably talk to each other. We should probably talk to each other. But then neither one of us really made a move until I did go up, and I was hey, Kevin, I'm Ashley. I know that. We haven't talked yet. You're the only person I haven't talked to in the house.
It sounds like you did a lot of initiating just as far as making it hi, I'm Ashley.
That was it that night. And then the next day he came up to me on the bus and we started talking then. And that's when I was okay, so I think he's showing interest. But I definitely already knew, not even 24 hours in, that Bibby would have been his number one if he were to win that challenge.
Right.
So he won the challenge. And he asked Bibby.
We saw none of that date.
Yeah, you didn't see any of the date. They actually went square dancing.
Bibby. We never saw that.
See that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The townspeople must have been so upset. They all had this.
I know it's always hard when a date makes it on the show because the show gets cut and edited, and then people that do participate think that they're going to be on and they're not.
Yeah, it's sad. Okay, guys, let's stop for a second and talk about a wonderful company called Hubble.
What if I told you that you could get a fresh pair of lenses for every single day for less? 60 contacts for $30. Do the math. That's $1 a day.
Very nuts.
It is nuts. This is half the price of other brands. Go to HubbleContacts.com and get your first 2 weeks for free. Hubble sells contacts directly to you. That's why they can offer contacts for half the price. They can also send you an optometrist if you don't have a prescription.
Seriously, the first time I went to their site to order contacts, it must have taken me less than 5 minutes to complete the whole process. It was so quick and simple. It's not at all what I would have expected. So that was nice.
So if you guys would like to try this wonderful service, all you guys have to do is go to HubbleContacts.com to get your first 2 weeks of lenses for free. Again, you guys, it's 15 pairs of lenses for free. You really can't beat this deal. Hubble's offering our listeners 2 weeks of free contacts. So again, go to HubbleContacts.com, get 20/20 vision for half the price. That's Hubble, Hubble, contacts.com. And honestly, why wouldn't you try it? That's just money in your pocket. All right, let's get back to the show. I want you to describe Kevin because you're so good at describing people. Like when you talk about Harry Styles and people like that. So what is Kevin Wendt like?
Well, I immediately liked
describe
him
the feeling,
because he is a perfect combination of masculine and emotional. So he just seemed really in touch with his feelings, and he was so expressive about them. And it's funny because I always give him that compliment, but he said that he hasn't been like that up until a couple months ago, because when he broke up with his ex-fiance, that's kind of when he started to really get in touch with that emotional side and let it out. be comfortable letting it out. So I really liked that. He was very easy to talk to. He was just like snuggly. You know what I mean?
Snuggly.
Yeah,
but he really is James Marsden /
Yeah,
Tom
I mean,
Brady.
he looks like James Marsden meets Tom Brady.
He looks way more like James Marsden.
Yeah, he definitely
like
does.
a Tom Brady or body because he's strong.
Yeah, but what's crazy is James Marsden plays a guy named Kevin in 27 Dresses.
So
oh my God, that's his name in 27 Dresses?
I know.
Literally, the
Isn't
guy's
that so
name
funny?
in 27 Dresses is Kevin.
Yeah, it's
funny.
so funny. It's amazing. And then what I liked about him, what was nice is that the whole virginity thing didn't scare him at all.
Can you, since we have a lot of listeners that are virgins, can you kind of like tap into that real quick? Like trying to date as a virgin, how it's been like so hard.
Yeah, I think like I've been
finding someone that's like okay with it, you know?
I think I've been pretty honest like on this podcast about how it just seems like it's such a turnoff for a lot of guys out there. Like they either have to decide like within 2 dates whether they want to marry me or dump me. So
it's like having kids.
We've literally been waiting for a guy to come into your life who didn't mind
and he did
dating you and then potentially talking about taking virginity, you know? And without the talk of marriage.
Yeah, so he just seemed like really comfortable. He was just like, I don't care. That's actually a turn on. That's like actually really attractive to me. And I was like, nice. And then it was it. That was done. And, you know, of course, he hates the fact that we have pressure on the show about like being open about that part of our lives. But that's the only complaint of his. He doesn't care. He never thought of it as a turnoff, which is really nice. I also like that he has always been like honest with me about where it's going. So he calms me because on the show, you know, in the past, I've never known, is this lasting just tonight? Is this lasting tomorrow? Is this going to last for a while? And he always reassured me where his feelings were at. And then he's always like still currently talking about the future, which is always really nice to hear. Like never having to like have that anxiety about where is this going.
Which is why, as your friend, it's like you. Even when you called me and we like started crying on the phone because you're like, I have a boyfriend.
Yeah,
and I was like so sad I wasn't there, but so happy that happened. You do like ever since sound so calm and like safe isn't the word, but it's like you have someone that likes you back, so it's so reassuring. You're not freaking out about like this love. Like how we always have together, you know?
Yeah, there's no games.
And it's not supposed to be like
absolutely no games.
Easy, you know?
So now I know you guys want to know. Okay, so I have to finish the story about how Bibby and how it all turned around. So I knew that he was going to take her on that date, and you didn't really get to see, but I kind of encouraged it too. He goes, who should I bring? And I go, I think you should bring Bibby because you have invested way more time into her, and it would just seem wrong to just flip a switch on her. I go, but I have to say, you know, it would be nice if you were here tonight. So I gave him that, knowing that I wanted him to be around. And he was like, okay, well, like, we'll just like revisit this tomorrow. So then they come back from their date and they both, you can tell they liked each other, but they weren't enamored anymore. So Bibby sits down with me and we're just like talking about our date. And I go, and she says, Ash, who are you into? And I go, I got to be honest. The only guy I'd be into here is Kevin. And then she goes, you should totally go talk to him. I'm like, really? And she's so supportive. And you can just, it was great.
And was the next morning she met Jordan?
It was the following morning that Jordan came in.
So
yeah, it was perfect. So I
love Bibby.
Yeah, me too. She's
my
the greatest.
Dominican long lost cousin.
Yes. She goes in and talks to Kevin. So then I go in and I talk to Kevin on the couch in a conversation that I wish you guys would have seen, because this is really where the transfer took over. We sat there for like 2 hours just talking about everything, and it was so easy. We had no idea. It felt like 45 minutes and ended up being 2 hours. And after that conversation, I just kind of knew where everything stood. It was like so bananas. And
were you just like, someone fucking likes me?
Yeah, it was like really crazy.
and then you held Dean's face after that conversation, right?
No. So then we went ice skating. Did we go ice skating? So the day that I had the conversation with Kevin, what happened? Oh no, we went to the rose ceremony that night. So then that rose ceremony, we had another great conversation that night for like 45 minutes on one of like the rose ceremony cocktail party couches and another conversation you didn't see. So we had 2 real conversations that set us up to be together, and nobody understood. Like, nobody saw it because we kept everything like pretty private because he had already started things out with Bibby. People were still assuming that he and Bibby liked each other.
That's why that Tiffany girl was confused.
Really
she
confused.
was like, suddenly Ashley and Kevin are.
First of all, that Tiffany girl came up straight out of nowhere.
She
was like a daisy growing in the snow. I was like, what? I never even saw this cast member.
I know.
That's so funny. Well,
wait, side note, your fashion game was slaying on Winter Games.
Thank you. I mean, I just
had to give you a shout out for that.
Thanks.
I love the lace dress first night.
I was so proud of you.
Thank you. I really brought it.
Yeah, no one else had good fashion. No offense.
They all kind of told me that they didn't. They kind of told me. They were
Everyone
like,
looked
actually,
like a Gap
we all
commercial.
have like white t-shirts and yoga pants on, and you are like doing a runway show. And I was like, that's what I do for the show.
It's not a runway show. It's
do.
called ABC Primetime. Yeah. Like, dress up, guys.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Anyways.
So
tell us what happened after.
So then what happened?
So let's get to what everyone wants to know.
No. We have to finish the part where we transition over. So we had those 2 conversations, and then, okay. So then I guess we went ice skating the next day, and then when we came back from ice skating, he was like, I'm into you. I'm going to have a conversation with Bibby, which is what you did see. And then you didn't get to see the conversation with Bibby where it was pretty darn mutual. And then he came back to me and said, like, all right, so now this is the Ashley chapter. Yeah. So, because he didn't want to he didn't want to mingle with both.
Is that
girls
the greatest feeling in the world?
It was insane. It was such a good feeling. And then that's when I went down to tell Dean. That's when I held Dean's face. And then...
Is it still surreal to you that you have a boyfriend?
It's so weird. So surreal. It doesn't like make sense.
So when you left Winter Games...
Wait. We need to talk about the other conversation you didn't see where he kissed me for the first time.
They
you guys
all
didn't
are
even
blending together. I can't tell the difference.
You
between
guys didn't get to see my first kiss conversation with him, and it was such a good one.
Kiss we saw wasn't your.
We
first.
hadn't. No, we had like another 2-hour conversation where he kissed me, and it was so good, and everything was so easy. And that's where he told me that the virginity thing didn't matter to him, but they ended up showing that more so in our ghost date, which as we record this, Naz and Lauren haven't seen yet.
Haven't seen.
Really cute though. Really freaking cute.
Ghost, as in the movie Ghost.
Let's take a break to talk about an awesome service called Audible, which is an unmatched selection of audiobooks, original audio shows, news, comedy, and more. Customers download their choices and can access them on their iPhone, Android device, Fire tablet, iPod, and other MP3 players. Audible helps you listen to more books by letting you switch between devices, picking up exactly where you left off on your phone, through your car, from a tablet, or at home on an Amazon Echo. I recently listened to, 50 Shades of Reed before the movie came out, and it was so convenient because I could listen while I was driving or when I was waiting for an appointment. Audible members get a credit every month, good for any audiobook in our store, regardless of price, and unused credits roll over to the next month. Didn't like your audiobook? You can exchange it, no questions asked. Plus, your books are yours to keep, and Audible is offering our listeners a free audiobook with a 30-day trial membership. Just go to audible.com/getit and browse the unmatched selection of audio programs. Download a free title and start listening. It's that easy. Go to audible.com/getit or simply just text get it to the number 500-500. audible.com/getit. Again, that's audible.com/getit or quickly text the word get it to number 500-500.
Also, another side note, guys, I watched How to Win a Date with Tad Hamilton. I know a lot of you have been sliding in the DM asking Naz, have you watched it yet? It's fucking incredible. I love it. And and Ashley made me watch Ghost with her too, which is a great rom-com that everyone should see.
It's not a rom-com. I don't consider
it is a rom-com.
It is a comedy, Lauren, and it is a romance.
What are you talking about?
I think of it.
I would say it's probably a drama. It is a drama.
Not a drama,
but it is funny.
Law and Order SVU is a drama.
No.
They were building ceramics, fucking each other. It's a rom-com.
I don't think it's a comedy. It's scary.
That makes it's not scary.
It's scary.
I definitely would
not.
consider it a drama. However, I'm going to be neutral here because I can see where Naz comes up with that. It's not a romantic comedy in the sense that, like, what
Patrick
women want
Swayze's
or
the
Legally
lead.
Blonde is.
Yeah. Well, anyways.
Like, well, then what would you call the Dirty Dancing? Because Dirty Dancing isn't a comedy at all. It's a
Dirty
romance.
Dancing is a romantic comedy.
It's a romance. There's no comedy.
It's not funny.
Oh my God.
That's a romance. That's like you call a Notebook a romance.
Yeah.
A Watch Remember a romance.
Dirty Dancing, there's no funnies.
No.
So there's romances and then there's rom-coms.
That's a chick flick.
To me, they're all just rom-coms.
No, they're
Everything in
chick
my head.
flicks. No. They can be
Everything
chick
in
flicks.
my
They're
head
girl
is
movies.
a rom-com.
A Notebook isn't a rom-com.
I think Ghost is everyone movie.
Did you guys know Rachel McAdams and Ryan Gosling hated each other on
Yeah.
that set? The
Really?
entire movie, they
Yeah.
hated each
And
other.
then somehow they fell in love years later.
Somehow they fell in love.
Not
years
They
later,
were
like
dating while they
after.
were filming it.
No, they hated each other during the movie. After
There's
the movie
like 2
was done,
years in between. Or
they
a year
loved
or
each
something.
other, and then because remember they did the MTV, they won the MTV Movie
Yeah.
Award, and then they reenacted the kiss.
And is that when they fell in love and they reenacted?
No,
they were
they
together.
were dating then. They hated each other during the movie. As soon as the movie was done, they realized they really liked each other, and they started dating.
So crazy.
Anyways,
Anyway, so yes, you guys want to know.
okay, so what I want everyone to know, what Lauren wants everyone to know is, first of all, Lauren and I were freaking out back home because
I know, I
talked
kept
to your
calling
mom.
her. I kept calling everyone. They didn't get to show those interviews because I called Lauren almost every day, updating her, and then I even called my mom once.
Me and Lauren were like freaking out. We're like, oh my God, this is happening. Like, this is the reason why she went on the show.
I was just smiling for like 5 days straight.
I know.
And we would look up Kevin, and we
Yeah.
would like get so excited.
I called my mom. I'm like, are you looking at this picture? Oh my God, are you looking at this picture? Oh my God, he's so hot.
No way, really?
Yes,
Yeah.
Lauren and I
so
were
cute.
freaking out. We had FaceTime.
I was just like, I said call. It's a cow because it's cute and cool at the same time.
And then Ashley called me, obviously, when you landed and got back, and then you were just crying.
I was crying because I was really happy, and I was really happy at how it was all like it all was shown.
And that was
dealt
such a
with.
cool moment for me because I was like, I don't know, just having been with you by your side through your journey, like in 2 seasons of Paradise, to like see you cry so much, and then just to leave the show like where it happened for you, like was just. That was such a cool feeling.
It is nice, right?
So full circle.
So, Lauren, Christina down the street, she said that she'd like run into you on the sidewalk walking Gergie,
Oh,
and
yeah.
like that you'd like gush.
Yeah.
While I was gone.
I told her. I was like, I'm not supposed to tell you, but I'm telling you.
So then when you got back, how did you know that he was your boyfriend? Like, what went down? Like, were you like, okay, so we're boyfriend girlfriend now? Like, how did that all go down?
we had 2 nights in a hotel in Vermont, like with Dean and Leslie, Stassi and Luke, and Courtney and Lily. So it was cool. It was like a couple's retreat, basically.
Oh Lord.
And I just simply asked, so when you go home, are you going to date anyone else? And he said, no. So I said, okay. Well,
therefore,
then
you are my boyfriend, and I am your girlfriend.
Yes.
Wow.
So it was really nice.
That's insane.
I know. And I called him boyfriend for like the entire, I was like, and then I'll call my boyfriend now.
Like when people say husband.
It's
my
my boyfriend's
boyfriend's
calling.
I hate when people say husband all the time.
No.
It's like, you don't need to
I
say
think that's
husband all the
annoying.
time.
I love
too.
that. I can't wait
No.
for the day that I get to be like, I have to check with my husband.
No, obviously me too. One time is okay, but there's people like if you work at all of you guys listening in a cubicle right now are dying laughing because you know you have a Karen at your fucking job that's like, my husband and I this weekend.
I know your husband's name is Mark. Just call him
Just
Mark.
call him Mark.
Oh,
Jesus
okay.
Christ.
I mean, like when my mom is trying to make like a decision about like buying a big ticket
obviously,
item,
you're
and then
not
she goes,
gonna-
"I have to go call my husband."
Yeah.
Yes,
then
of
I'm like,
course
I
you-
can't wait to say. I
Of
have
course,
to
you
call my
drop the
husband one
H
day.
word in Best Buy, but you don't got to do it at fucking work every day.
Exactly.
Like we know you have a husband.
Drop the H word in Best Buy. It's so accurate.
It's so annoying. Anyways, Ash. So then,
So you agreed that you are a boyfriend and you are a girlfriend.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then
And
it was
that
like-
is full circle on how you get a boyfriend. So Ash, how are you around him?
yeah, like, do you guys have stuff to talk about? Because remember, like, when I dated a guy and asked him what his favorite donut was.
I did ask him what his favorite donut is.
No way.
Yeah, and he's actually quite enthused about it. And we always say that.
I love
didn't
that you
know that he
use that
was
'cause
going
of
to.
me.
He said that he had like the best bear claw, well, not a bear claw, like apple
Elephant
strudel
ear?
or
I
something.
think they're called bear claws.
Yeah, like one of those twisty things.
Yeah.
At the donut place on the street, and he got pretty excited about it. So I was like, "That's the key. That's the key." Is that
Wow,
he's
I'm glad he
excited about
enjoyed
it? I
it.
know, me too.
I love that you turn my negative into such a positive.
Oh, it was so good.
Wait, but how are you around him?
I'm
Like,
really
do you get nervous at all or no?
No, and I think that was like what was interesting about this first, like, I remember me telling him, I was like, I usually get really nervous around guys I like, but I never got nervous around you. And at first I feel like he was like, well, why don't you get nervous around me? Like, I thought that was an offensive thing, but I'm like, no, I think it's just because, like, I don't have to worry about how he feels about me because he's just so expressive. Yeah. And he's so touchy, and, like, every other guy is not really wanting to be touchy with me.
Aw.
Yeah.
So amazing. Cute.
All right, well, you guys, enough of me talking about our relationship. Can we like bring him in so he can talk about his feelings towards me?
Yeah.
Kevin's here, you guys.
Yay!
Surprise! Exclusive. Kevin Wendt is at the table. Kevin, is that how I say your last name?
Yeah, silent D. Just Wendt.
And then
silent D, Wendt. Yeah, I knew that.
Actually, that's what I literally just said. Kevin Wendt.
Yeah, people come on and say Kevin Wendt, and I just say silent D. It's just Wendt.
Can we do a side note?
I've always said Wendt.
Can we do a side note?
But I always thought that I had a D. I put a little D in there.
On fucking silent letters? Like, what?
Yeah,
what's the point?
What is that?
What is the point of the silent letters?
What is that?
What about the words that start with a letter that isn't
What
pronounced?
pisses me off is B and J when, it's like
BJ's? Piss you off?
B and J?
No, like when words start with B and J, but the B is silent.
Oh, like Bjorn?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Oh, the J is silent.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Bjorn. I understood what you were saying. I didn't even think twice. That's
the only word that I know that is like that.
Bjorn.
Is Bjorn.
Yeah.
What else?
I had a teacher named Mr. Bjorklund, and I hated spelling his name.
So what is that?
It's like
French?
German?
Who fucking knows? Anyways, Kevin's here. Oh
hey,
my
guys.
God, Kevin, how are you, Kevin? Tell us about you. Like, what do you do in Canada? How did
Tell him, like, I don't know you because, like, the
people don't really know your actual backstory.
It's like for all the people listening and for Lauren and I, really.
Okay, you guys need my bio?
Yes.
Like, what's your favorite ice cream?
And is it true that
What's
you've
your
been
favorite
to
donut?
how many Nickelback concerts or whatever the fuck it was?
My name is Kevin.
What's your middle name?
Charles.
I know I asked you that
You
before,
did.
but
Kevin
I don't
C.
remember.
Wendt.
Yeah, that's
on
me.
Instagram, guys.
That's me, yes.
Kevin.c.Wendt.
You know what my middle name is?
I am... No.
This is so
You've
fun.
never
Should
told
we
me.
do
You've
an
never
Ashley
told me.
and Kevin get to know each other?
Yeah, that could be funny.
This is bad.
I totally have. Whenever you told me it was Charles,
This is way better. Google his bio.
Did you remember it was Charles?
No, I didn't remember it was
So
Charles.
that's okay.
For some reason, I thought it was like
We talked about this, I think,
Michael.
on day one.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's Ashley's first question, everyone.
Middle
What's your
name?
middle name?
It was pretty early. We talked about
Ashley,
it.
what's your middle name?
Nicole.
I didn't know that.
What's your... No, I know your middle name.
What's your
Sorry.
name?
And you guys, her name
Nazareth.
is Jacqueline.
Nazareth. Jacqueline's my first
Yeah.
name.
Okay, what do you want to know?
What do you
we
do
should
for a
keep
living?
playing this.
What do you do for a living?
Everyone knows he's a firefighter, Lauren.
I want to know everyone.
Okay, wait,
I
I
was
want
on
to
the
tell...
show.
Wait, can you tell one of your, like,
Wait, can I
craziest
just say to our
stories
listeners,
about
this is how-
600-pound life?
This is how we are around guys. Guys, we're so embarrassing.
Yeah, I can.
What? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we edit all this. You
Yeah, I
don't
know.
want anything in there.
Okay.
Okay, wait, so...
Wait, did you say
Kevin's
Kevin
a
was on my
firefighter.
600-pound life?
No,
Yeah,
so
my
he
old life,
has,
my
like,
last reality show.
crazy stories. Crazy stories, like...
Lifting 600-pound people out of
Yeah,
houses.
and, like, having to, like, knock a house down to get somebody out.
Yeah, Ashley watches 911, like this new show,
Yeah.
and I got into it, and I told her, like, it's pretty crazy, the stuff on that show. It's very unrealistic. But then I started telling her a few stories that...
And then I'm like, what do you
That
mean
have
it's
happened.
unrealistic?
Yeah.
You tell me these stories, and they're exactly like the show.
Well, no, like, no.
how they
There's
go
not, like,
about
babies getting thrown out of planes with parachutes attached to them and all this like, bullshit that I see on TV.
Have
See,
you ever saved a cat from a tree? Is that a real thing?
that's not... Have you ever seen a cat in trouble in a tree?
No, they
That's
can
always
jump
my-
down.
Have
They're
Have you
okay.
ever found someone that cares about cats enough?
Enough to call 911 and wait?
Yes.
I'm such a
I've never seen a
person.
cat in trouble in a tree before.
Okay, so tell us a gross out story.
Yeah, so we go to every 911 call that isn't violent. So people always wonder, like, do we just go to fires and then sit around all day and cook and wait for the next fire? But we go to every single call that you call 911 for unless it's violent.
Wait, unless it's violent.
Yeah, like if there's, a
didn't
guy,
know
if there's a shooting, then we
Yeah.
wait like 2 blocks away until the cops clear us to come in because we're not cops. But every other 911 call, from heart attacks to everything with kids to, it doesn't matter what it is, we go first, right?
Is that specific to Canada or is that all firefighters?
I believe it should be
worldwide?
everywhere because we're always the first one on scene. Like we beat the paramedics and the cops to pretty much everything.
How do you know if it's violent? Just like the 911 operator?
Yeah.
They'll only call you if it is.
Yeah, like the operator will have 3 buttons. He'll have police, fire, and ambulance, and he can dispatch whatever they want to dispatch to each call, right?
Okay.
So if they dispatch all 3, then we automatically get triggered that it's violent because if you're calling the cops too, obviously there's a reason, right?
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm
saying? So, like, if somebody has a heart attack, obviously the cops aren't going to come.
No, they would just dispatch ambulance and fire, and we would get there first because we have a smaller response area.
What's the difference between you and an ambulance?
Like a lot of places, this is really boring stuff for your podcast.
No, we have an occupational series, so this is actually perfect.
No, I'm bored.
Wait, really?
Yes, I want to talk about when Kevin met you.
I guess people don't give a fuck.
No, people care, but let's talk about that first.
Oh, I'm just, now I'm curious. You have to finish this.
Well, let's finish this first. I'm so impatient.
Okay.
Why?
What was the question?
Yeah,
I'm not bored by your job.
What's the difference between an ambulance and a firefighter?
I mean, we
an EMT, I guess.
Yeah, we're medical first responders. We just don't administer drugs. That's the biggest difference between us and paramedics.
But an ambulance can.
So then why aren't you guys called like
Firemedics
the
are all
first
over the
responder
place.
crew rather than firefighters? Because that just seems like
because we're the only ones that go into fires. And the firefighter will never go away. It's just what we are.
Okay. I like
but
that.
I think it's like it oversimplifies your job or what you usually do.
That's fair. I like it that way though. It's fun. We do a lot more than firefights, so it's good.
No, that is good to know. I'm glad people know that. What's your favorite part of the job?
I love the thank yous we get in the fire hall after. Like it doesn't matter if it's like I've told Ash before. It's been like someone dies, but their middle-aged kid will come and thank us for being so like good to their dad on their last day and stuff like that. Those are good days for us.
Kevin, you save lives. That's so crazy.
So what did you think when you first saw Ashley? What did you think?
Well, I recognized her face from Bachelor in Paradise, maybe. I don't think I watched any of your Bachelor, but I recognized who she was.
So you watched Paradise?
I didn't watch it. No, I just recognized. Like I follow people or just through social media. I recognized her. She was on my list. Like I wanted to like talk to her. So I didn't know what to say.
I was on his list, but like he didn't even know who I was.
Well, I introduced myself to you at the parade.
Yeah.
But I didn't know like your story. I didn't know anything about your. I knew you were on The Bachelor, obviously, but I didn't know anything.
The list happens before you even see me in real life. The list happens when the producers ask you who you want to see there.
Yeah. So
you did put me on.
Yeah, I put you on my list, but I didn't have a lot of knowledge on you. I just knew faces and stuff from the franchise.
Oh, well,
do you know what I'm saying?
Flattering
like I hadn't watched any. I hadn't except for next season. I wanted 0 of them on it. So it was.
That's how it always works for Paradise. No one's met the girls from this season. The guys haven't met the girls from the season.
Yeah. So I don't know. I thought she was beautiful. She was kind of dorky, which I liked.
Super.
Aww,
but I loved it though.
Like,
no, I loved it though.
No, I think this is amazing. This is what I've always wanted to know.
Like no cockiness to her. Like a couple of ladies I met, they look you kind of square in the eye and be very stern, and they're kind of cocky. And Ashley kind of looks down a little bit and gives a little like cuteness to her. I don't know. I was attracted to it.
Aww, that's cute. Yeah. He likes my insecurity around men.
Amazing. The line where you're like, when I like guys, it just normally goes downhill. It's funny.
Yeah, that's a good line.
It's a good pun. Good pun for the Winter Games.
Yeah. It is. So when you were like, when Viviana was like swooping in, like you were obviously like into her, but then
it's funny how it's just like situational in those houses. Yeah. Like I'm sure you know, when we got in there, it was I happened to sit on the couch, then Bibby sat beside me, and then all of a sudden it's 10 minutes and we're talking, and then we're getting ready for someone to come in with an announcement. So we're sitting beside each other. Then we're on the ski hill, and I'm just talking to her. Like, it's not like you're out to get her and I'm pursuing her. It was just situational. You
got closer faster.
Yeah, like maybe Ashley was napping at the time that I talked to her or whatever. Were you napping? I don't know.
She doesn't really nap.
I was just kind of...
She was dreaming about
What do you mean? I was kind of ignoring
I just mean it's all...
What do you mean?
Yeah, I just mean it's all situational. Like, I'm sure if we were just happened to be cooking, like, breakfast at the same time on the first day or something, we could have started talking.
I don't get up early.
Well, I saw you get your ice mask every morning.
Yeah, I would go... And
I'm the first one up. I'm the first one up, yeah.
And then I'd go, and I'd run, and then I'd, like...
And I'd always try to make her come and talk to me, and...
Kevin, I love that you're on the podcast because they're not morning people, and I love the morning.
I'm such a
I know, and the morning's the best. We should debate this for a second.
I don't hate the mornings.
No,
I'm not judgmental.
You guys, I don't want to because I'm going to get annoyed. I don't want to get annoyed. I'm going to get grossed out by the fact that you guys are morning people.
Ashley hates it so much.
Wait, I had a question for you.
Wait, to clear that up really quick, I get up 3 hours before you, and then I come back to bed before I wake you up.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, I don't
So she doesn't even know that I'm a morning
person. No, I know that you're up. No, yes, I do. I know that you, like, wake up freakishly early. It's just, I don't need to hear about it.
Ashley gets so grossed out. It's so fun. Kevin, was there a moment that maybe people didn't see on TV that you, like, wish people saw between you and Ash?
Yeah, I think we talked about it. It was our first kiss, right? Mm-hmm. They showed it during the reunion show. Just a clip, a small clip of it.
Yeah,
but on the actual episode, there's quite a few tweets about like, where did that come from?
Yeah.
Because they missed a big part of Ash and I. We had probably was it 45 minutes to an hour? Yeah. We sat in that one room on camera the whole time.
I already talked about this on this podcast. But yeah, it was those 2 conversations that really like established our relationship that they never showed.
Yeah, and there was one part after Bibby and I kind of called it quits and we realized we were better as friends that Ashley and I talked, and I told her that I really wanted to kiss her, but I'm going to wait till tomorrow so it's not like...
You didn't tell me that at there.
Well, what did I hint
You told
at?
me afterward when you did first kiss me, you said, I wanted to do that yesterday.
Oh, okay. That's right.
Aww, that's cute.
It is cute.
Yeah.
Kevin, like, how do you feel like your experience was on like the American show versus the Canadian show?
You know what? Production's pretty much the same. Just bigger scale here, like more people around. But it was just the premise of the show that I really enjoyed. I love that, like, Ashley needs some alone time. And when she would go away, I would be able to hang out with, like, Ben and talk to him. Or, like, you know, whoever, Luke and I could hang out and talk. The thing I hated about the last show is if you don't click with the guys, you're forced to sit in a house with just dudes. And you're all kind of fighting over attention with the same girl. So I just like that it was a lot more chill. And I was just lucky enough that I clicked with someone so well that I could, like, she made it so fun for me. You know? Yeah. I told you that all the time, that you made it fun and easy. Right?
Have you guys developed any, like, pet peeves of each other? Like, do you hate when she bites her nails or something like that?
I try to stop her from doing it as much as possible.
Yeah. Guys hate that. Kevin, guys
I, like,
hate
slowly
that, right?
do this all the time.
I know.
It's really gross to guys.
She like, picks her cuticles, everyone.
Yeah.
I do the same thing, but
I
on a larger scale.
You don't, Naz.
When I'm nervous, like when I'm around Big, I go like this.
Yeah.
And he's taken
like,
my hand and put it in my lap. And I'm like, this is so embarrassing. This is like what my
Yeah.
dad does. I literally feel demoralized.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like someone took all my clothes off and told me to
No,
walk
I
through
know.
the middle of the road. I'm like, well,
like
fuck me.
Like a child going to timeout or something in front of people.
Exactly. Or wearing a dunce cap.
But I have been really bad about my cuticles the past couple of weeks. There's just been like a lot going on, you know?
Yeah.
The show and just craziness. So I'm just like, it makes me happy. I tell her
I love tearing
I was
skin
like,
off my
I know it's bad, but I love it. It's so gross of me to say that.
I like to take tweezers and pull it off with tweezers.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Isn't that so funny? It's such a common human habit. Okay, I guess my pet peeve about him is that like he works out twice a day, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
What is that?
What do you mean you're gonna go?
But
work out again?
wait! I don't ask you to work out with me. What
No, I
what
know.
woman doesn't want their guy to try to be fit? It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing.
My favorite
And it
body
helps my
type
job,
is a
I
beer
promise.
belly and long, skinny legs. My notorious body type.
I'm always the less fit person in bed. And it's like, it's gotta stop. And not in a bad way. I'm not like flabbing over the mattress. However, I am way
Over the
less-
mattress? What does that mean?
Like
I'm
your
saying,
fat's
like-
spilling over the mattress.
Yeah.
Duh.
Like my
What else does it
600-pound
mean?
life.
Yeah.
I'm saying I'm just always like, I really gotta get it together. But you know what? Guys like the thick and they like the thick.
and
Yeah, well,
juicy,
that's
man.
the thing that works for them. It's just,
Yeah, because
it's
we
easier
are
for
supposed to
us.
have more body fat. Okay, ladies out there, don't feel bad. They like it.
We love it. Don't feel bad.
Yeah,
We
as
love
Josiah
it. We
said.
love it.
As Josiah
Josiah
said.
say?
What did he say?
Oh, you said us in America love them thick.
Oh yeah.
They
is that
love
what
those
he said?
badunkadunk.
Can I just say that I am so mad I never got to work with Josiah. I think I met him at Mental All.
You would have gone
last year.
along with him so
I am
well.
upset. King Josiah. Lauren and I would call him King Josiah.
Yeah.
He's hilarious.
Naz loved Josiah and Rachel.
Very funny. The
so
smile will
real.
brighten a room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any thoughts on the Benoit and Claire engagement?
Of course. I mean, it was like the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Did you ever see it coming?
No, not at all. He knew that they were talking for a little bit.
Yeah.
Like they were like
Yeah.
dating-ish. But
So let me tell you about
didn't
Benoit. He
think
is
the extent of that.
so emotional. He's so like when I was on Bachelorette Canada, he knew he wasn't going to end up with Jasmine, and he was obsessed. Like when he got eliminated, he was a mess. And we were in Morocco, and I remember he was an absolute mess. And
How
then-
far did
season
he
went
get?
to Morocco?
How far did
Yeah.
Benoit get on your season?
he was fourth.
Oh, and what were you? You won. Just kidding.
No, I didn't win anything.
You were number one.
You're the
Yes,
last man
I
standing.
was the last man standing. Did not win. Yeah, no, she eliminated him, and he was super upset. And then I talked to him after. He reached out to me to say congratulations or whatever, and he was still like torn up, like months later. And
What place did he get?
He was right before home. We only have 3 hometowns, and he was right before hometowns. He was in Morocco.
We just said that.
That was 4th.
Okay, I dazed out for a second as I was thinking about what I have to do tomorrow. Because this is kind of stuff I've already heard, so I was like, okay, wait, what am I doing tomorrow?
Yeah, so I knew he was really into Claire, and when I had like a private goodbye with him in Vermont, he was really, really upset about it. And then when I talked to him at Christmas time, right when I told you that, I talked to him at Christmas, and he said, yeah, he's been talking to her every day since Vermont, and they FaceTime like 6 hours a day, he was telling me when I first talked to him, so, yeah.
I really loved him on the show.
Yeah.
He's such a babe.
He's a sweetheart.
Can I just say, and you guys disagree with me on this, Benoit to me is Juan Pablo nice version. Like,
I don't get
Jekyll and
that
Hyde,
at
like
all.
he literally has an accent, has like dark hair, light eyes.
I never thought of Juan Pablo having dark hair as Naz is remembering.
I don't think of Juan Pablo as being a blonde.
He's a
just,
dirty blonde.
Whatever.
I don't know who
Naz,
Pablo
I mean,
is.
what
He's
Jade
so
said
similar
was,
to Benoit to me.
was Christian
In
is
a
the
nice
perfect mix of Sean Lowe and Juan Pablo.
Yeah.
How was that scene? Kevin, were you dying? Were you there in IRL? When he's like, a jacuzzi is a date.
No, we
An appointment. We had an
No, we
appointment.
weren't there. We weren't there.
I was fucking rolling on the floor. Like, what?
That was the first scene after our date on TV, and it was the
First
funniest.
scene after our date?
Yeah, the clip back to Claire talking to Leslie about the jacuzzi, and then the big montage of jacuzzi talk. That was right after
Our date was in episode 3. That was in episode 2.
3. It's like the flashback when
Oh,
she's
the
like, they're talking
flashback.
about
Oh,
he says
I'm talking about the
jacuzzi 9
first time
times
it
in one
aired.
sentence. Yeah,
Yeah.
they got in there though.
So
He should have went in for the
funny.
kiss. Things might be a lot different today if he would have went in for that first kiss.
Could you
I'm
imagine?
so glad he didn't.
Think about it.
Hey, guys. So let's play that newlywed game.
Okay.
It's the newlywed game, even though
What
we're not.
is Kevin's? I know. What is
You know what
Kevin's
it is.
favorite go-to meal, Ashley?
Chicken salad?
What's
Like chicken salad. Like, no, go-to as in like what he eats the most is like his salad with barbecue chicken.
Is that right, Kevin?
It's true.
and what's Ashley's?
Indian Postmates.
Well, that is my favorite thing to Postmates. Yeah.
Good job.
Very good.
Lauren, next question.
What's Ashley's favorite movie?
That's really hard.
Aladdin?
Aladdin's good.
That's an honorable
Oh,
mention.
no, it's not
on the
hard.
fucking wall.
It's on the
not
wall right
hard.
there.
It's not hard. Just kidding.
Oh, I did know that one. I actually did know that one because we have an appointment to watch it.
It's Titanic. And
Titanic.
he's never seen Titanic.
I've never seen
Kevin,
Titanic before.
What?
Yeah.
Damn.
What's-
After that, you'll understand Ashley way better.
What's Kevin's favorite movie?
That's a tough one because I don't think
I don't
I've
really
ever-
know his favorite movie, but we did talk about how much like The Departed is in his top 5.
It is. That's top 3 for sure.
You love the Leo.
I do love the Leo.
Oh,
I'm gonna say my top 5 are probably all Leo movies,
Yeah, great. So we're on the
That's
same
my
page.
top 5 too.
but I haven't seen Titanic.
Have you seen What's Eating Gilbert Grape?
Yes.
We love What's Eating
Yes.
Gilbert Grape.
Yes.
Lauren, do your Arnie impression for everybody. Lauren, come on now.
Mama, I want hot dogs. I want hot dogs for my party.
Say you're invited. You're not invited.
I'm having a party and you're not invited.
Lauren, let's say yeah to the gas station. It's going to go back up there, and that's it.
No one's gonna understand this.
Yes, they are.
No one's understanding this. I've never seen this movie.
Oh,
It is
gosh.
pretty
It's so old.
1993.
It doesn't matter. It's a fabulous film.
Guys, go watch it. Support
Matching the
Leo.
gas tank. Boom, 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 boom.
Well, thanks, guys, for supporting a relationship.
Thank you for having me.
You had the nicest tweets to us this week. It's really warming my heart.
Yay.
Yay.
Kevin,
They're
thanks so
very
much
sweet.
for
for
coming
coming,
on.
Kevin.
You're the best.
Thank you,
Kev.
guys.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right,
you.
guys. Thanks for listening.
Tweet
See you
us.
next
Join our
week.
Facebook group. We love our Facebook group.
And follow all of us on Instagram.
I don't
Please.
get it.
I don't get it.
Podcast.
Bye.
Bye.
I don't get it.
Podcast.